my beautiful crafty friends. It's Lorette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I am so excited that you're here. Of course, I'm always happy when everyone is here with me. I want to welcome each and every one of you, especially all of my new subscribers, and a big thank you, hugs and love and kisses to all of you who follow me and have been following me for a very long time. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I just love that so many of you are here from day one, and I know a lot of you went away when I changed my style to what I really love, but hopefully most of you will hang in there with me because, you know, periodically I'll do some of the things that you love. So anyway, and anything I do, you know, can be made in your style. So welcome, welcome. Let's get busy. I'm inviting you here into the studio to play today because I have this is a viewer request. In fact, I had a bunch of viewers request to know how I made this little pocket notebook and or booklet. It can be used in a number of ways. It can be made in a number of ways, and I do have a video out, but it's for something that looks similar to this, but is not this exact one. It's made in a similar style. And that one was my pocket notebook. It's a ephemera notebook back March of 14 of this year, about 4 months ago. So if you really wanted to see that one, it's made a bit different than this, but similar style. So it could give you another, I see something that's sticking up here. It could give you another option. So you can check that out. I don't have a link for you, you guys. You know why. I don't do links. So anyway, this is what you all have asked to see how to make. And I thought I would come on and do a little video for you and show you how I made this one. Okay. And I think each and every one's going to come out a bit different depending upon what you use. Now, in my last video showing this particular little booklet that I made, I showed you the envelope that I used to make it. It's these are Amazon 44182. And this is the box. And these are little 6x9 envelopes, and they're mailing envelopes, or I don't know what you would call them because they're not big, you know, but they're good for smaller documents or something that you're mailing, small invitations, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Now, what I have done is I've taken one of those lovely envelopes and I've just simply folded it in half. Now, you could score it if you want it to be perfection. And if you were to do that, you would be scoring at the 4.5-inch mark, right around there. So, because it does say it's 9. Yep. And it is 6 like it says. Okay. Pretty darn close to 6. So that's how you're going to get your base. That is this. Okay. This is our base right here. Now you can have that flap on the inside and have it down. You could use it partway closed, or you could use it as your overflap. You could just keep it very simply, you know, here, open it up, you have a pocket. You don't have to use it as a flap. So you can do this, and you can add as many pages as you want. Now this one I made using the Blush 65-pound cardstock from Michaels, and I've showed you this before and where to get it, and I've told you where to get it. So this one was made with cardstock, so it's very, very thick and very sturdy, and there are pockets all the way through it. And probably I should get out something to show you, you know, where the pockets are. There's a pocket here, but actually there ends up to be a pocket at the top when you put it together. There is one on this side, and you can put your pockets wherever you want them. This is just where I put them. So there's a pocket up here and a pocket here, and then there's another pocket up here and one here. You could also have one here. If you wanted one right here, you could cut this and slide it in, and that would be a pocket there. Okay. So let me put that away so I can show you that later. So that's what it's made out of. Those are the bases. I thought today I would show you a softer version that isn't so sturdy, using some 32-pound printer paper that I'm going to use, and I'm going to make make it out of this. Now, I've chosen 5 pages, 5 or 6. Let me see. Now, there's 2 ways I could make it. I could use coffee dyed paper. This is avocado dye, or no, this is Kool-Aid dyed, I think, paper, or avocado, coffee, whatever you want. You could use magazine pages, whatever you like. Just use the same method. And like I said, this is, you could use any kind of single-sided scrapbook paper. I just happen to be using single-sided, you know, digital paper. So I'll put this one off to the side. If we have time, I'll make 2. If there's only time, I'll make 1. Okay. So the way we start this is we have to figure out how wide we want it. Now, I found that when I use these pages, I cut off all the white. So what that left me with was 8 inches. So 8 is good because when you fold this, that makes it 4. When you fold this, we have 4.5. And we want that 1/2 inch because, as you know, when you put your pages in, they bulk out. And especially with the way we're doing this, it really bulks out. So the first thing I want to do is, now this one I'm not going to cut because this actually is going to be my cover page. I think this is what I want to do for the cover of this. Let's see. I'm looking to see where I'm going to get the most pattern. Probably going that way. Okay, so I'm going to set that off to the side for a minute because we're going to do the cover last. So you have to decide before you get going, what pages do you want to use and where are they going to go? And the reason I say that is because the way you're going to put it together, you want your middle page to be, okay, say this is going to be my center page. So that's going to be in the middle of my book. I'm only going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I may use 6 on this one instead of just the 5. Let's see how it goes. But then that doesn't leave me a center page. So 5, you kind of want an uneven number. So whether I use that last one, I don't really know. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I only have 5. The 6th one was for the cover. Dingbat. Okay, so, all right. So I am going to turn my pages this way because I can get the most out of my paper by doing that and making them go this way in the book. Now, as you know, I'm not great at tutorials. I don't like doing them, but I had so many of you ask me about this that I decided, okay, I'll do it for you. Now, we want to get it to where it exactly covers your envelope. So we want it to be right around at the 6-inch mark. So I'm going to decide which way I want my pages to go. Do I want to use the bottom half of this page to be on here, or do I like the top half? I like them both. Oh, that makes it tough when you like both pieces. Because this is only 11.5, so you're not going to be able to use it in this book again. You can use it as a pocket and things. I guess I'll do it this way. This is also part process because when I make these, I just make them. You know what I mean? I don't think about it. I just sit down and do it. So trying to break it down so you guys could, you know, I do have to make sure that all the pages are exact. That is the thing about this little notebook. Well, I've gone just a hair. It's a little hair under 6. That envelope is light. It's not quite 6, so I'm just going to give it the tiniest little trim. I'm going to set that other one off to the side because I do not want to get them mixed up. So I'm going to make a pile. And we're going to put it just under the 6-inch mark. Like just under, so that... And these have to all be identical. You'll see why in a minute. Now, I have to decide, do I want this big name in the middle? I think I do. Now, I've chosen neutral papers for the base. This is the base of your book, and you're going to decorate this. So you have to ask yourself, well, what do I want to decorate? Pink, blue, yellow, green, whatever. If you're not going to decorate it and you just want to use the pages, then, you know, you don't have to worry about it. But and you're going to have a nice little stack of scrap papers to do some fun things with. And you'll see why in a moment. You also have to ask yourself, am I going to want these rounded, or do I want them, whoops, this one. The other thing is they have to be all the same length. So if anybody's long, which I see some long ones, same length, same width, same everything, okay? Very, very, very important. This is easy to make, but can be a bit fussy. I have to get the white off of this. Okay, hopefully. All right, let's move this. Well, I hope you are all well. How are you? Everybody good? I hope everyone's wonderful and you're doing fun things. Now, this is a point where you have to decide, do you want your pages rounded or not? If you do, you need to do them now, which I do. So I'll probably do maybe 2 at a time. Hope everybody's crafting or getting to craft. Happy Monday. This should be our Monday video. I hope you all had a lovely, wonderful, fabulous weekend. We didn't do a lot over the weekend. Oh, yes, we did. No. I don't know what we did. I know we had my granddaughter's 11th birthday lunch. I got to spend time with my son-in-law and my daughter and my 2 beautiful granddaughters, celebrating her. We had a nice lunch together and some dessert and open presents and hung out and talked. It was very nice. It was wonderful. We all got to sit at the table together, which was fabulous. It's been a while since we've got to do that, so a couple of months. I've missed them like crazy. And they were gone at the hospital so much with Steven. Steven's hanging in there. He was able to come to the table and have lunch with us, so in his wheelchair, so it was wonderful. I think Lizzie had a nice little birthday. Alrighty. Now, the big thing is to also make sure that you all right, now they're all rounded. The other thing you could do at this point is you could ink, or you can wait until you have it all together. It's totally up to you. Now I'm going to move these scrap pages so I don't accidentally grab them and do something else with them. Put them in here when I don't want to. Also, you want to decide where you want your flap. Okay, this is the time where you need to know, where do I want my flap? Okay, and you're going to use some of those pages possibly to cover your flap, so don't let those scrap pages go too far. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to fold this in half, and you're going to do it as carefully as you absolutely can. You could score if you like, if that's your thing. You don't need a hard burnish though. Don't give it a hard burnish. Just kind of go down the page. And the first thing you're going to do is, whoops, here's the thing. Are you going to round your corners? Okay. Now, on my other one, I brought the page right up to the edge of the book. So I did round that one, and I am going to round this one. Now, you would round the front pages, but because of this on the back, you would not round that. You would just round this one, okay? And you don't need to round that, and you'll see why. So actually, I should not, my final page here, I should not have rounded that. I should have left it straight. I was talking to you guys and not paying attention when I was doing. You'll see why I say that in a minute. Okay. All right. But I don't have another one of those. Now, what you're going to see is when you go to this edge, okay, you're not going to get this inside of that. We need to leave some room in that spine. So we're going to move it up to the edge, believe it or not. Not quite. Now, okay, this is also when you want to decide, am I going to open this right here? Is this going to be something I'm going to open? Do I want a pocket front and back? My last one, I did not do that, but I think this one, I will go ahead and open this, and that is where you just put a very slight sliver, and I mean slight. Barely open that. There we go. Now we have a pocket. I'm going to check to make sure my camera's still rolling. Yeah, You'll notice I'm back to my dark mat because when I work with pink on the other mat, my work disappears, and rightfully so. Several people brought it up, so I respect that tremendously. And I did go back and watch my videos, and yeah, my projects are disappearing into the mat. So I have gone back to my gray mat. I don't know if I will keep doing it or not, but depends on the project. I don't like to get, you know, a lot of glue on this mat, but and the other one, nothing seems to stick to it, which I love. So, oh well, you know. All right, so I've glued down any odd spots here. I will punch this to make sure it's good and rounded so it matches everything else that I'm doing. Just keep it consistent, whatever you're going to do, okay? Consistency in one of these is very important. Not perfection, but just be consistent with whatever you do. Now, we are ready to take just one side, and that's this left side to the cover here. Now, this is a place where you might want to ink this. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to use my spun sugar here. Excuse my arm for a minute. Oopsie. I think this will be the right color. We'll see here in just a minute. And I'm going to go around the edges because it's easiest to do it now before I do any gluing. And when I open it up, I'm going to go ahead and just get a little bit of sugar in there. A little sugar. Okay. And, you know, I feel like I want to apologize to you guys for my last few videos. I know I've been sounding extremely stressed. I apologize. Life has been full of things. Loss of several animals, and my son-in-law's cancer, and our floors, and leaky water pipes. Oh, just all kinds of things. So, I'm afraid it is showing in my voice. I'm sorry. I hope it's not too... I know it's not enjoyable, so I'm trying very hard. But if I feel like people aren't happy with my videos, then I'll probably stop doing them for a while. So, because I'm really doing them, well, for those of you who really love them and look forward to them, and also for myself, because this does take my stress out. It sounds like I'm stressed, but I'm not when I'm crafting. I really love it, you know. I am naturally a very stressy type person. Your type A personality, wanting everything to be perfect and wanting to finish things and wanting to, you know, but a lot of it is just, I want to keep crafting. I hate it when I have to end a video, you know, but if I go too long, it takes so long to download. I'd make 3-hour videos, but I don't think anybody would watch them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that left side of your paper and we're going to glue it to your envelope. And we're going to get it fairly close to the edge. It doesn't have to be identical, but as close. I'm leaving a tiny little bit of that showing, but you do have to make sure top to bottom is equal, okay? I am going to get my spatula here. Now, this is 32-pound printer paper. I was using Hammermill, but I've quit because they changed their paper quality. It's no longer for color printing. It prints terribly, the new stuff that they've got. I do not care for it. Now, we're going to have our line here. You're going to see there's this space here, but we're going to fill it up, and you'll see that in just a minute. So now you're going to figure out what's my next paper. What's the next thing I want on there? I'm just going to use a very plain paper, and I could pre-ink if I want. I may just on this edge. I didn't do a very good job on that. Gee, goodness. Probably because I was cutting 2 at a time. It never cuts all that great. Well, they move around a little bit. It cuts well, it just, they move around. So, anyway, you guys, I hope you'll forgive my stressed out voice. I'm always that way, so I'm going to... Now, you could use glue stick, or I usually use the, and I'm kicking myself now because I see it starting to wrinkle. Oh, let's fold this in half. We do want it to be in half as best we can. Not a hard burnish, a soft burnish. And then you're going to line just this left side with that right side. And this has to be as exact as you can get. And I usually use a glue that can be moved around. Do not use your art glitter glue because if you make a mistake, you cannot fix it. So we can go back and trim a little. You can see these ends are lining up pretty well. Now we have 2. Oh, you guys, I just messed up royal. Okay, there won't be any pockets in this one because I did not leave pocket space. That's why I don't use this. I just use my art glitter glue or this one. This is the way I did the video, my other video, is I glued these all on one to the other. Well, I started that. Now, I don't have to keep doing that. I could decide I want to put some pockets in the middle. So before I do that, I'm going to want to, you guys, I should not. I've been talking while I was doing this. Actually, it's going to be just easier to fold it. This is why I don't do tutorials. I just like to craft. I don't want to teach, you know, I just want to craft. That's really all my channel is. It's just crafting. It isn't teaching. It's sharing what I'm doing. You know, it really isn't anything else. Now, this will definitely need to be inked. If you're going to ink. You don't have to. You might like the white. I don't know if it'll show or not, but I don't want to take that chance. See, I can see the white here. And the ink will take that away. I can go back and trim and probably will, but it's nice to just, to get my pockets, I would have left either top or side open, probably top. I would have just glued around here and left the top open. To get a pocket over on the side here, I would have just glued, and left that open. Get it? And this is where I messed up big time. So let me... I am using shabby papers because I know that I will probably make this into something cool later, you know, use it, decorate it with a kit or something that I like, and it'll be all made and ready to go. All right. So now on this one, I'll show you the way the other pages should have been done. Okay. I'll do my best. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my art. I'm going to use my... So I'm going to grab where I don't want to close it up, and I am going to just glue it. I'm using my Fabri-Tac. I just ordered a bunch of Fabri-Tac. It's supposed to arrive today. A couple bottles. I've been going through it like oh what a. And then we want to line them up just like we did everything else. I see that corner's cut differently, so I'll be going back and recutting that corner. I'll fold this to make sure. Just make sure your top and your bottom are lined up. That's the important part. And I see I have a weird little... Okay, now we have our pocket. See, there's our pocket. That's how you get the pockets. I'm sorry. All right, get the next page. And let me see. I'm going to fold it in half first. Decide where you want your pockets. Since I'm going to have one there, I'm only going to put one maybe up here. So I'm going to go ahead and punch my little thumb hole. Okay. This one, I am going to ink because I'm going to see this little cutout on this one side. I don't know if this is too confusing for you guys. I'll do another one in just a second. soon as I get this last one glued together, we'll go right to the next one so you can see what it should have looked like. And we'll see if we can fix this mess. Okay, that's already inked. All right, so we have a pocket here, right? If you can see that pocket here. I hope I've been on camera. I'm starting to think I wasn't. I was working way over here. Would you have seen it? Yeah, you would. Okay. Oh, I got to get used to this mat now. It's a different mat. I mean, it's different from what I've been doing. All right, so we're lightly folded. Make sure we're doing the right side up, which I never can tell on this paper if it's upside down or right side up, if it should have gone that way or that way. I can still turn it. No, I can't. Well, it's going that way. I think that is correct, though. So on this one, I want to leave this top open, and I'm going to glue all the way around. Let's hope I'm doing this right and I'm not messing up. I recently saw another YouTuber totally mess up, and I mean big time, and poor thing, she was all but in tears when she finished, but she said, I just can't make this video again. And I literally cried. I knew how she felt. I just knew how she felt. But it happens to all of us, so it's okay. It really is okay. You can ink it. If you don't like it, you can trim it. You can do whatever you like. I've got that one a little high. I'm going to probably be trimming that. Okay, now if I did this right, yes, I did. It's open. Okay, it's open there where it's supposed to be. It's open here where it's supposed to be. These others should have been open, but we're just going to put our pockets right there, and then we're going to have one over here, so that's fine. I mean, you want to make sure that all your pages are as level as you can get them. You can see we're filling up that gap in the back. This is where it gets tricky, though, because you're going to glue that to that, and we're going to have this gap over here. I gotta see if this is gonna work. It worked before. I just don't know if I've gotten off here or not. We'll see. This one may be a complete and total disaster. So we already know there's gonna be a pocket at the top here. So this one's gonna go on there. So I'm gonna wanna ink the top of this. I'm gonna make sure it's folded in half first correctly. Like I said, you can score these, whatever you would like to do, but you want it light. You don't want to make it hard because you want this to be movable. Now I am going to I'm mainly concerned about doing this side, the white side here, because it's going to show. This one might show back here too, so I'm gonna... Now, I know there's gonna be a top pocket there. Do I want a pocket over here? Do I want to glue it down? What do I want to do? Now you're gonna see, when I glue this, there is going to be a gap back there. I didn't have that before. I don't understand why I have it on this one. What did I do differently? I don't know. Let me find my book. I have a tiny gap in the back, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. So I don't know why this one has such a big gap. Well, what I could do is maybe just figure out where it's going to close. When I go to glue it down, and just glue it down wherever it's going to close. And then I can add a strip of lace or something if I feel like it's bothering me. And if it's confusing, give me a minute. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right. The other thing I want to do is, because we are getting to that place here, I'm going to go ahead and just in case. I think it's going to be easier for this because this is our last page. Now, you could keep on going and add 20, 30 pages, which would fill up that little spot. So it's up to you as to how many you want to do. This is kind of a mini journal notebook thing. Don't really have a good name for it. I just called it a pocket notebook. Could be a journal, pocket journal. Depends what you want it for. I mean, these envelopes are great for a lot of different things. So ignore this part right now. We are going to take care of it, just not at the moment. But I am, while I have everything out of here, going to give it a little ink just in case, right? Never hurts. If you're not inking, then you could just skip this step. To me, this is like paint or crayon or watercolor, you know, with the colored inks. I just love working with the Distress oxides. I'm still ignoring this little piece of junk, but this is sticky under here, so I can't pull that off right now. I don't want to do that. All right, I think we're ready to I'm just kind of going over this before I get too far in. Okay, this is my final page for this particular one. So we're going to glue this half on first, then we'll deal with this half, right? And I just realized I want to do this side of the page. I just fixed all my corners. They were looking a bit incorrect. So, alrighty. Now, we don't want to glue the top. So I'm going to hold that side. Sorry, I have to get my hands right. And I'm going to glue around the sides here. Ooh, I shouldn't have lifted the top off. It got a little gooey. All right. Honestly, guys, I don't have a lot to tell you because I've honestly been in bed for 3 or 4 days. I haven't been feeling well. My illness is kind of kicked in and bothering me, so I've had to spend quite a bit of time laying down, either on the couch or in bed, so I haven't been doing any crafting at all. I thought this would be nice and easy, haha. This is why I say don't use your art glitter glue. Only use a glue that you can move, and don't use a wet glue because it will wrinkle your pages badly. If you put them down, or if you're going to leave open pocket, like hopefully, haha, let's see, did I? Yes, yay, we did. We got our pocket. We have a pocket here. We have a pocket here. We have a pocket here. We do have one in the very front right here, which we could cut out a little thumb hole, which I think I will do right here. So basically there's just one page that I really didn't get all the pockets in, but that's okay. I have like 10 pockets in the other one, but that's all right. You don't have to have pockets in all of them. You mess up, just do what I did. Showed you how to do it. All right, so we've got all of our pockets. Now we have our last and final page. You can decide, do I want a pocket here? Now, see, look what happens. If I do it that way, it's going to, I could pull it all the way out and let this just close how it closes with the gap, okay? Or I could bring it in some. What did I do on the other one? Did I put a piece of paper back there? No? Nope, I just kind of left the gap there and it sort of disappeared as time went on. So what I wanted was when this closed all the way, where does that paper go to? But you're always going to have an issue with it never laying perfectly flat if we do it to where it closes on the fold. And it will be short back there. So what do we want to do, guys? I think there's a pocket here, so I don't really want one up there. I would say we could put something down here. And then, you know, we wouldn't have that big gap. Or as big a gap. I don't know why it worked on the other one and not these papers. I don't know what the deal is. Probably because of the hard cardstock. It doesn't lay as flat as these do. I should have been moving these back just slightly. That might have helped. This is why I don't do these on camera. Where do I want my pocket? I do want one there, so I'll just have a double pocket, but I think I want to put something down here. Now I have leftover of that paper, and I could just like put some there, or I could do a different paper as a kind of a border print. Let me see what I have here and what I like. That's quite pretty. But I was hoping to use that for a pocket. Well, then I guess the best thing to do would be to just put a long bit of this on there. Let me get my pencil. This is going to be a pain. I actually think I'm just going to put a piece of lace there because I think it's going to be easier than trying to do paper. I'm just going to put a piece of lace there. And close it up, and then I'll put the little pocket at the top here. Or actually, I'm not going to put a pocket there. I've just decided. Executive decision, no pocket. Oh, I have a tickle in my throat. Hold on, I'm going to start coughing. Oh, excuse me. That was going to be a whopper of a cough if I didn't catch it. I am not going to put, I'll put a little bit down there, but not a lot. The reason the glues buckle is because they are all made of water. There we go. That looks okay. Don't worry about what's up there, because you're going to decorate and you're not even going to see it. So there you have it. Cute little notebook. And like I said, I'll probably put a strip of lace or something there when I'm ready. Let's see, what time do we have? Ooh, I only have 15 minutes. I do want to show you the correct way. Now to cover this, I will say, let's see if we can do it in 15 minutes. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to get the most coverage, the most flowers, the most whatever. Yep, this way. Okay. Now, the best thing to do is just lay it on there. Maybe trim your one corner if you know that's where you want to start. I think the best thing to do is just glue it down and then trim it to fit. Okay, I think that's going to be the easiest way to do that. Gosh, Gosh, I really wanted to get more of that on the cover. Now you could go all the way across your whole cover and cover up your flap, and I think I will do that too. So let me do this. I'm going to do it a side at a time, then we'll trim to fit. So you can see I didn't worry about that. I got a few spots of something off this mat, which I should have given it a better clean. I hope this is making sense, you guys. I know I cut that corner, but I'm actually going to have to move it down. I really want it to fit this edge, so. All right, now that side's glued on. Now we're gonna go over here. Make sure you get a lot at your spine. Anywhere you got a bend, make sure you have a lot of glue. Hopefully my head isn't in the camera. I've got a new angle on it today. I had to do something different for this gray mat is not the same. Oh, I see ink on here. I must have inked on here and didn't realize it. Okay, so we're gonna take our scissors. I'm gonna lift up my pages because I don't want to accidentally cut anything that I shouldn't cut. I'm going to leave it straight and I'll go back and use my rounder to round the ends. Cut as close as you can. I'll go back and trim that other end in a minute. I'm picking up my pages. Hopefully you can see. It's very hard to hold this and cut and, you know, do it all, right? Okay. I'm going to take some smaller scissors and do a little better job of trimming. See how much easier this is than picking it up and putting it down, trying to line it up. I mean, I'd rather go back and trim a little than have to try to line it up, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. I don't want to do that. I've done that enough times that I prefer to lay it on the paper and then cut to fit. There we go. Oh. And there you have your cover. Now why did it buckle? I might be trying to fold it too soon too. You know what happens when you do that. Okay, so now if I wanted that to match, I could take the scrap that's left over. I'm going to cut this off here. I could make the flap longer or shorter at this point, but I'm going to cut it to fit. If this fits, I'm going to just lay it down here and cover that. Then we will cut that to fit as well. Lay it right at the bolt bend. Turn it over. And cut. I'm gonna have to check my time, guys. Hold on a minute. As soon as I get this done, I will check and see what time we have. Because I do have to go. I've got some other things to do, so I can't sit and play all day, even though I want to. I do have a few other things I need to do today, so I am filming this for Monday. And we have, you know, a pocket here now. I am going to want to kind of ink that in there a little bit. You can line your pocket inside if you want, or whatever you want to do. Of course, when I'm done with this, I will go back and ink everything really good, all the pages, all the pockets, you know, so that when I'm ready to start my project, whatever it's going to be. This is from a Parisienne kit. And when I'm ready to get going, I will have everything all ready to go. Now you see the inside's done. I just need to put a piece of lace. And there you have it. Okay, we're all done. Now we can fold this over if we like, just gently, and make it a outside fold, or we could make it a, you know, pocket that closes up, you know, that right there. So there you have it, you guys. I hope that was not too confusing for you. I'm going to see what time we have as to whether or not, I don't know if we have time to do another one. I thought we would have time to do two because I had done this before, but as you can see, once I realized, whoopsie, I don't want to glue it all down, but you can. I mean, there's no reason you can't just glue it down and not have pockets and then have pockets. You can put your pockets wherever you want. I was trying to show you that mine had pockets all the way through. So, you know, I mean, it's totally up to you as to how you want to do your little booklet. You can add 100 pages if you want, and the way the spine was, you could easily do that. But it's just gluing one page to another. This creates stability in the page. It creates some texture. It gives it some heft, you know. So just depends what you want to do as to what kind of paper you use, because that is really going to determine what your pages are like. But this gives me pages to either write on, if I want to leave it as a writing little journal, or you decorate everything and put in lots of cards and notebooks and things for people to write on. You could put other things in. You could, with the space we have in there, you could add a journal right here. You could add a bunch of pages and stitch them right in, and you're good to go. So this would be really great. And then you would have plenty of room in the spine. Actually, that does lend itself to doing this, you know, stitching in a signature. So there you have it, guys. What you asked for. Let me check my time. If I have time, I can show you on one more. I'm only at 48 minutes. I could, or I can end it here. Gosh, I wish you could tell me, yeah, do another one for us. Since I messed this one up. All right, so let me see. Can I do it quickly? Maybe. This one is just plain paper, so it's not going to be so difficult. I know I needed just a little under 6. I might be able to just cut these really quickly. Maybe cut a couple at a time. They all seem to be different sizes, which is weird. You think that paper is like one size only, but maybe not. Okay, I'm just going to do it at a smidge under the 6. Set those off to the side. Do it. A smidge under the 6 again. Come on, you. Get in there. I mean it. We're not goofing around here now. We've got stuff to do. A smidge under the 6. Okay. Again, I'm just going to do the 5 pages. Don't know what the cover would be. I'm just going to leave it plain white and figure out. But this way, with it being pink, I can, you know, do any kind of project I want. And that's if you're pre-making any kind of booklet like I'm doing here. Yep, those all came out fine. Here's our booklet. Now, I'm not going to open this one, I don't think. We'll see how it goes, right? This one, I'm going to give it a little better crease than the last one. There we go. I'm still going to leave my flap to my right, so if I want to close it up, I can. These are all going to fit in here perfectly. And we're going to have to figure out where do we want our first little pocket. I think I want my first pocket at the top, I think. I'm trying to figure out how I want these pages are. I think I'm going to, so the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to go through and fold all of these. And I flipped it over because I don't like this side. And so I want to make sure that it's the side that's being glued down every time so that it's not showing. You put what you like in the middle like that, okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully. Hopefully. What's on the outside is what's getting the glue. So keep that in mind if you're doing papers too that are double-sided. I wouldn't do double-sided with these, but that's totally up to you. Okay, so I'm going to put my pocket at the top of this one. I do not want a bright pink on this, so this one I think is going to be much more shabby chic, you know, much more vintage looking, vintage shabby, which is, you know, my normal style. So this one is going to get some vintage photo. Because I know that's going up there. I want to make sure. I'm going to leave the edges straight. I will cut after if I decide I want them cut. So this one's going to be more vintage shabby, probably with some of my ladies or something. It's ready to go. I can probably do quite a few projects. I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick on the edges. I know I'm taking up my time. But on this left side is where you're going to punch your first little pocket, if you want this to be a pocket notebook. And you're going to put it, this time I'm not going to go right to the edge because I may still open this up. So I'm going to come in just a little tiny bit this time. And I'm going to hold on to the part I do not want glue on, because I want that to be open at the top. A lot of us do this. I don't know, I learned this years and years ago. I think Rachel taught me this. I don't remember. Could have been Gail or Rachel or Tina. All right, so we've left that open because that is a pocket. And we're going to put that where we want it. We do want top and bottom to be right to the edge though. Again, we're going to have some room. Fold it over. Figure out your next piece. Okay. This one, since we already have a top here, I would like a side, but I don't want to put dots on both, so I'm going to put my little punch on this one. My little thumb notches, not dots, but thumb notches. Okay, so we're going to go, and we're not going to glue that, so we're going to hang on to that, wherever that thumb notch is, and then we're going to glue. Yeah, I'm not doing it straight. If I put it on the desk, I don't do any better, just so you know. I tried it. Doesn't happen. I'm going to glue this left page to this left page. You're always gluing the left to the left. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Come on, you little stinker. Then this one. Okay, so this we have one on the side here. Now this is our middle. And I can have one at the top and one at the side. So that is what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to put one here and one here. So I'll have a pocket here and a pocket here. Okay. I could put them both on that side. It would be fine. I'm not going to keep inking. I just did on that first one because of the white showing. Now I could, again, hold where I don't want glue. Go glue. Okay, you guys have got the idea how you do this. I know you can. It's very quick once you get going and you get past, once you decide where everything's going to go, then it goes super quick, super duper quick. This is our middle. I chose this pretty piece for the middle. Now, we already know there's a pocket going to be here, so we're going to have to be careful when we glue this. Again, we're going to grab this, and we're going to glue. This is very cool Kool-Aid doll. And you know, where I bought it the first time, I bought 2 or 3 times from her. Then I went back to buy again, and her shop was closed. Not on vacation, just gone. Just nowhere to be found. So I honestly don't know what happened to her, where she went. I can't even find where. I would have to go back and look at all my old orders on Etsy and to see if I could even find her. But I did do that because I wanted more of this. She was gone. She was no longer in business. So I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, but I can't even get this anymore. So I use it pretty sparingly. I bought several packs, so where I have like 100 sheets, but oh man, I was really bummed. I can't get it anymore. So, all right. We have, oops, starting to stick together. So we have page there, pocket up here, pocket over here. So you want to have a pocket on about every other page. So we know the pocket's over there. So we're going to want one up here. And I think this is our final page. So, yep, it is. And so if I do that, so I'm going to want probably one out here. We're going to have to see how this comes out. Okay. So, again, we want to make sure that's folded nicely. Yes, it is. We want to make sure that we leave the top open so we can use this as a pocket. I hope you guys, I hope I'm in camera for this one. I don't know. I feel like I'm not. Because I have to get it fairly close to me to work. And I tried to zoom the camera down. Someone said my camera's too far away, but it's that way on purpose so that you can see me work completely because I do process, not tutorial. Although this, I'm trying to show you how to do this, but, you know, I don't know. Okay, so we have our pocket up here. We did that right. You can go back and fix all your glue later. Now this one, I noticed when I closed this one, it went right to the edge. Isn't that funny? Who knows? I don't know. So I'm going to take and just run it down my sides across the bottom always. You always want to close it up even though you say, well, the spine's there. Just close it up anyway. See, I'm not any straighter doing it down. So I'm just going to close it. I'm going to make sure it's level. Pull it back a bit. And there we have it. Now, so see, this one came out right. I don't know why that other one didn't. I don't know what the deal was on the other one, but that one came out perfect. Okay, you guys, so that's how you do this cute little notebook. You have pockets there. You got pockets everywhere. You know, let me show you. Okay, we have a pocket right here, our first pocket. We have a pocket here as our second. We have another one. Oops, these pages are gluing together. Uh-oh. Oh, it's seeped out. We have one up here. We have one here. We have one up here. So as you can see, there's a pocket on really every single page. So it's a pocket notebook, right? And of course, you can add in pages to write on if that's what you want to do. You can add them in, but this is no-sew. This is a no-sew notebook. It allows you to use these lovely pockets and have no sewing, no stitching of any kind. So if you don't want to stitch in anything, you just glue one page to another, back to back, all on the left side. Just keep everything glued on your left side and you'll be fine until you get to your very last page. And then you fold it down and you let it glue. And you have a little bit of gap there, which you need for it to expand. So there you have it, you guys. There's that lovely notebook. Made a couple of, let's see, different ways. All set and ready to go. I hope you guys learned something from it. It wasn't too confusing now that I've done it the right way. Hopefully I didn't go too quickly for you. I hope you all have a lovely, fabulous, wonderful Monday, and I will see you all again very soon. Hugs and kisses, you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.